Where you stay?
Hotel.
Back Did you ever cook for your ex? What was the name? Let me guess. I feel like it's an S name. You're more facing X. I feel like it's an S name. Sarah. Sophia. S names are good.
Why S?
Sinead. Because what was the name of your child?
Shaniqua.
What the Shaniqua isn't white. You really said. What was the name? You had it was like it just rolled off the tongue.
Don't know where. I said it so easily.
Oh, this is it here.
Yeah, that's it.
Meringue with zabaglione and that's the sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you stuck to the recipe, you left it. But you think about the practicality of eating strawberries with that stuff.
Oh, so you're not giving me a hard time for leaving it, right? Yes,
I followed the recipe,
yes.
In this case, you shouldn't have. You should have just removed it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Makes it...
Oh, just for the eyes. No, I'm so sorry.
You can't eat it. It's just green.
Who told you could eat?
You can eat it. It's just green.
So I assume you'd eat.
Yeah. Or you can like take one, pick it out, put it back.
No, that's the thing. That's just admin. That's what's making it easier. It's just making it easier. It's dessert. By this time, you already eat it and it's Italian, so it's really heavy dish. I'm so tired. The last thing I want to be doing is work. Oh my god, I really ate the main thing.
It's just very simple. Just leaves.
Alright. Don't feel ashamed to come when you have like food poisoning or something. I'll still come and visit you. And yes, I would say I told you so, but I'll still be your friend and be there for you.
I've done this so many times now where I feel like I've used myself to experiment on what the best work-life balance is. Or do I take work home on the weekends? Like, is it worth that sacrifice? Do I stick to, when do I know that 9 to 5 is enough, or should I push another hour or 2 hours at work? How do I know when enough is enough?
Having a similar conversation with friends, and I think, our parents have done well in pretty much, and partly that and partly just due to the times that we live in that, unlike I guess our parents' generation, where it was about going to work with like sustenance for the family, we're spending most of our time here anyway. We need to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it has to be just simply more than me coming in with my blood, sweat and tears and you just get me money. We need to be able to get more from work than a salary, basically. And there's that conversation I'm having with friends about people literally just changing jobs. I know those friend I had who's literally changed from a doctor. She's going to teach English in France for a year, and I just come back. She's like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Wow.
She just left it.
Wow.
So yeah, people. I think we're taking, like, happiness is such a key thing now, as opposed to the past. And people are now pretty much, our generation where we're actually taking charge of our happiness when it comes to like that work thing. Yeah. And kind of like pushing back and being like, okay, if it's not working, then I want to be happy and I want to be fulfilled. And if this is not doing it, it's paying me like good money, but I had a conversation with a friend who she was like, at some point she was like, she's just happy to walk in the mall, like maybe behind like Louis Vuitton, one of the high-end brands, but she's very happy to just be a shop assistant. You're literally just like, no, like there's over time, like once you're at home, right?
Yeah.
There's no, you can't even take your work. They're just doing that. Yeah, because it's, your mental health and really just having that balance. We're being more vocal about how important it is to us, and companies are trying to adapt. Bless them. I was reading a book on, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically this guy giving like almost like tips based on his experience on, I can't remember exactly. It's a really cool book I borrowed from a friend, but one of the points is about reinventing yourself. Obviously your brand would be the same in terms of it being like quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, reinvent yourself. You can take on new careers. Like he doesn't do the same thing. He changes jobs every 5 years. So each their own. I don't think he has a work permit and it could be just something like tiny, or it could be a new field altogether. But it's like you.
What's the objective of
I
doing
don't remember. I've had too much white wine, but that's why I don't drink white wine. I drink I'm fine with red. But all these tips are to a particular point, which for the life of me I do not remember. It's actually a really good book. It's a really good book. I'm still reading it. I haven't finished. It's different if I actually read it so long ago and then I don't remember. But yeah, it's just kind of like motivate yourself. So that's what I want to do, because I realized really want to, and I like helping people. Something around sustainability, or I know people find it hard to believe, but I'm here eating mackerel Meringue for 2 hours instead of 4, and I've chopped all types of insults before I actually got to this point.
So you consider
so that's my altruistic side coming through. Yes. I like helping people, so anything on time, or even like policy making or thereabouts.
When I think about things that I enjoy, I lose my mind over. I could have conversations for hours. And sometimes when I think back to the past as well, I always get surprised. Everything always goes back or comes round back to food. It's always been.
So do you think that means?
I don't know what that means.
How are you going to make that like what you do? How are you going to turn that into this thing I just talk about? Take it from this thing I just talk about to.
So this is a start.
To saying this is what I do.
Yeah, so what we're doing now is a start. Like just expressing.
So I will get my cut.
The food.
I didn't hear yes. You think you will laugh, I just let it in there.
The food enough is not enough.
What?
The food isn't sufficient enough.
You haven't repeated it.
Come on, a 3-course meal.
So you think this is sufficient? After how many years of friendship,
What are you talking about? What have you cooked
you held
for me?
dishes for everyone.
I baked you.
And I shared my rice with you. Excuse you.
Rice you bought from.
I shared it with you.
From. Oh, okay. Do you know what?
And I gave you a taste of my ugu sauce.
It is.
But you said you didn't want anymore. You said you didn't want anymore. So what do you want me to do? Am I supposed to force the food to
I never said that. I never said that.
You were like, I'll just taste it. Oh yeah, it's nice,
No,
it's fine. You
no.
teach him how to make it.
No, I never
Oh,
said
you know,
that.
I'll start recording. Thank God this conversation is recording.
I never said that.
It's okay. But this 3-course meal is not payment enough. In case you didn't guess it from.
Well, okay, what do you want?
I said my cut when it starts making money. Hello?
Oh, wow.
What is wow? So you see, you are not going to just carry or you weren't even going to give me a percentage
Percentage of what?
of your earnings.
The percentage is inside your stomach right now.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you haven't even made the money yet, and this is how you're acting. So when I make the lottery, I'll forget you to continue. When I make the lottery, I'll forget you to. You think you're the only one.
Yeah. So it's always just centered around food. So I guess I'm trying to use this as an expression of that. I don't know.
So I know obviously there's food, so what do you want to, I don't know, do from it? Do you have you identified a mentor or someone whose career you are following, or
Yeah, in terms
know,
of
not limit yourself to what they've achieved, but just as guys.
In terms of careers, mentors, funny enough, last week I've been pushing it. Well, last week was the first time I actually sat down to do it. So I listened to a lot of mindsets, building your personal brand and stuff, podcasts, and I read some books. And one big thing they always mention is having a mentor, someone to always guide you and stuff. So the last week I made a list.
It's not like branding, excuse me.
Branding. It's probably made in a similar way, I guess.
I like.
Good. Yeah. I made a list of. No, thank you. Of mentors.
Oh.
Hey.
I said let me know when.
Hey.
Okay, let me help you.
Oh, jeez.
So you made a list.
Of mentors from all aspects of my life, important aspects of my life that I want to continue to develop.
And which aspects of your life are not important?
Are not important? Okay, fair question. Yes. When I say the emphasis is more on the important parts of my life, which are my career, my religion, and my passion. So with career, there are a few people I look up to, and I made the list of their names, and me, I guess, writing down their names was a mental exercise to make sure I learn from them as much as I can. I might not have to directly go to them and be like,
Oh yeah.
I want you to be my
Yeah.
mentor and stuff, but I tend to ask them questions. I watch.
Well, these are people you have access to?
Yeah,
Like,
so-
like face-to-face access
Yes.
to?
So with the career one, yes, face-to-face
Okay.
access to.
Oh, that's nice.
In terms of passion, which is food, I don't have direct access to them, but one note I made was to surround myself with people who do similar things or have similar interests to me, and that could then lead me to finding someone with that connection. And I felt like before I actually went out there to join a group or look for those people, I should actually start something.
Yeah, so
Like-
it's almost like you can go to them with, not
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just looking.
I'm just thinking, I have this
Just
idea.
thinking, yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. Yeah. I want to say, okay, I've done this. Actually, I made a mistake. I learned this doing this way. Or someone could actually tell me, oh, like, actually, if you try this way, it could work out better. Or I know someone, let me introduce you. Yeah. She's so sweet. I don't know how you
I have to speak to you.
I can tell. You mentioned dessert like 10 times. Are you sure there's desserts? I say, yeah, there's desserts. Are you sure?
And also because I've never tried, like when I see your posts and not just from the gram, like from your blog and all of that, it was mostly dessert. So I've always been, and they look so beautiful. And you have never, ever, 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 except that one time, made dessert.
Most people didn't get that one time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to feel special?
I mean, take it how you want to. Most people haven't gotten that one time.
Anywho, you've never ever, except that one time, made dessert for me.
Except.
So, and in addition to having a very, very sweet tooth,
So I'm looking forward to when I go to Chicago.
The pizza. It's in the pictures. It looks like
your deep dish.
fat in.
I'll eat everything.
In a very, but as a foodie, you want to try and see and where you stay?
Hotel.
When are you going again? September. When is September?
The 7th, I think. Yeah, that's a week-ish.
That's so cool, yeah.
She was going to take me around.
Wow. Is that all you're going to do?
Just eat.
Please see more. Please, and let me know if it's as beautiful as she said it was, or it is. And I was like, oh my, I want to go to the watch. Like, oh, it's okay, let's Chicago. I'm like, From what she said, she paints a very beautiful city that I would not normally think. So quite intrigued because she could be biased as it's home for her.
Yeah, she's dead, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, London is home, but I can call it what it is. Westminster stinks. The tube stop in between Westminster and what's the stop after Westminster? Is it Sloane Square? St. James's Park. I feel like there are dead bodies there. I've never felt
I wasn't expecting that.
It stinks to high heavens. Sometimes, most times when I park, because that's my if I'm based in the office anyway, it's my normal route. I'm like, people Westminster. Surely the politicians should have sorted this out, but they take taxis, so how would they know?
London's beautiful, especially in the summer.
When my sister came, she was like, what is wrong between this place and Lagos? She's like, London. We're talking about London. The only good thing is at least the public transport is air conditioned. It's always just right in the middle, like so central, really busy, and all of that. I'm like, thank God at least you have air conditioned public transport and stuff. Stop being silly.
Would you move back to Nigeria?
Not now.
Will you consider it?
I will. When I say this, it's because I'm also trying to convince myself that I will move back. And if the opportunity presents itself, then yes, I would.
Oh.
I like to think I'm open to moving back, not anytime soon. But you never know. I don't think that place is for me, to be honest. I really do. No, obviously everyone says and stuff like that, but honestly, I just think the Nigerian way, I'm too mellow for the Nigerian way of life.
No.
I am too mellow for the Nigerian way of life. I'm not interested in adapting No.
You fit perfectly.
No,
You can.
My threshold for rubbish.
I can just imagine you like
the inefficiencies.
Yeah, I see.
wastage.
I see you handling that perfectly.
I don't see myself handling it perfectly. So. No, but how about you? Are you open to going back?
I was just about to say because I hadn't been back for roughly 10 years until I went for Sammy's wedding.
I think Sammy gets married in London.
Yeah. My guess would be maybe next year.
Yeah, I hope it's when I'm available.
I'll tell you, make sure you plan it.
Around my availability. So, yeah.
Lagos has progressed
It
in
has.
some ways, but some other ways, like, it's just surprising that, like, felt like we hadn't moved, at least for the 10 years that I've been away.
Okay.
Same position. Yeah. And some parts just made me sad.
Like,
The state of the lower class felt like.
which one's lower class now?
When I say lower class, I
There's
mean.
the 1%.
Yeah,
Then there is the
not the 1%.
upper class. 1% upper middle class. They might say
The 1% I'm referring to as the upper class.
upper middle class.
The lower class.
Lower middle class. Then the poor and then the suffering.
Is the part of the suffering.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. With how advanced we've gotten in so many ways, like, take for example, right? The innovations in terms of the industries that I see over there, banking especially. There's so many neat things from a technology perspective, solutions perspective that I saw that like we're actually quite switched on. We've changed our weaknesses into opportunities. Some. Especially with the finance part, maybe it's because it has to do with money. That's why our minds are so switched on there. So little things like with the way text messages work and how you can use simple text to trigger so many actions. You're paying for your DSTV through alerts, small things like that even here you don't actually necessarily have there isn't really a facility to do. Exactly. I'm like, wow, like we're actually smart in that way, but everyone else is like that thing. It's not filtering down, and I don't know why. It just made me sad.
It's well, in my opinion, because I'm such a sensitive soul. Fix your face. It's quite hard for you to be aware, in my opinion, aware and not do anything versus trying to just get through, which in a way means you have to almost be desensitized to it. It's kind of like business as usual, because there's so many things to fix, there's so many issues, like where do you even start from? And then it can get overwhelming. It can get overwhelming, and then it's just kind of like you just kind of like shut it down, because in addition to obviously fixing what's there, you also have your life you have to get on with. You have, whether that's just you or if you have dependents or anything like that. So it's hard, I think. But some people are able to balance it, and bravo to them.
Yeah, seriously, bravo to them. I wonder what actions I would have taken if I never got the opportunity to come here. If I had.
Being a guy,
Do you think me, look at me, you know me, you call me Oreo. Do you think I would be...
Because you're here, You'll be rebelling now because you can't live that your hotel lifestyle. Even like, so it's like, let me fit in, you now go extremely left rather than just finding a way or just making it work or making things work for you, or you blending in or letting, everyone else just be comfortable with you. So that's some of these people, that's what's disturbing them.
True.
So yeah.
True.
Have you been to Italy, London?
No.
We should go. I've been.
Oh, you've been? Good.
Really nice ambience, really nice vibes.
I don't like that you're starting.
What have I said wrong?
You didn't say anything wrong. I just said I don't like the way you're starting.
Why?
Just go on. I'll tell you why.
That's all.
That's all. Really nice ambience. What else?
A really nice vibe.
Yeah.
And the menu looks interesting.
Oh, the food. Fabulous. That's why I said I don't like when you're starting. If you liked it, you would have started with the food.
I liked some of the starters was like, and it's fine dining, right? I mean, because part of it is on me that mentally Nigerian fine dining, like Nigerian proper portions, and not like when I asked for zobo infused something, and when I saw what they, I wanted to take it back. You imagine? You want to charge me £5 for this shit? Take it back.
So, did you know it was a fine dining restaurant before you went?
We didn't know. We thought it was a really good restaurant. I wouldn't have thought fine dining.
Okay.
Having said that, I went to the friend and we ordered jollof rice. The jollof rice portion was actually really good. I think we ended up even taking part of it home. Okay. And that was like a really, really, I don't even think it was too generous, but it was really good, like portion to value for money.
Maybe they gave you guys tiny
the starter
food. Everything was tiny. And when now came to jollof rice,
so much already shrunk. It's already shrunk to manage expectations.
When you saw it, like, hallelujah.
That's so true. That's not true. That's a possibility. But it was like interesting because when you read it like this and that's fine. And to be honest, the actual food wasn't bad. I was underwhelmed by the jollof rice. So I was thinking, at the very least, potatoes. It was jollof rice with crab meat, and I love shellfish. I love crabs. I love prawns. And I was struggling to find the crab meat in jollof rice first of all. And I felt the rice was parboiled. And when I looked in the kitchen, I caught a glimpse. It was a white man cooking it. Not saying that you can't cook like Nigerians, but I'm like...
I have a thing against... I was going to say I have a thing against that. I have a thing against
I don't know if
what
they can
you said.
actually make it. And I
Why don't you think so?
I'm yet to find one that can.
That's a bit unfair.
Having said that, I've not been like on a mission to find one, so I'm not saying that they do. And I feel the only way you can really properly learn that is to learn from a Nigerian mother auntie. Not an age, you get what I mean? Like an auntie that would really, and then what you can then do is, obviously we all tweak our meals and blah blah blah, but then even aunties be cooking for parties, right? So they can even cook in bulk and can still, make sure the consistency and all that is still right. And I feel like that's what was missing. Like ultimately the taste was okay. Even if it wasn't party rice, you can still taste rice that's quite nice, not necessarily party rice. Fine. It was okay. It wasn't. When I say value for money, I'll say okay, most of the money was going because of the location and overheads, not because the food was worth it. All I'm saying. But the vibe, the service, the ambiance, beautiful. And I think the people that they clearly cater to are white people.
Yeah.
we can't eat. In Nigeria, will not eat there and feel satisfied, even for fine dining. So
Really, even with the expectation of fine dining, because we fine dining like
the taste ultimately.
Really?
That when it comes down to it, it's okay. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, but the taste just wasn't there. If you've actually had good Nigerian food.
are you expecting, or were you expecting that
the fine dining part, I feel, should have been the experience, but the taste should still be there.
Okay, with the taste, right? Were you expecting the food to have that grounded those Nigerian flavors?
Not necessarily. I just need to like it. Again, that's why I said
Okay.
it could have just been me personally.
So the food just had to taste nice.
Was, yeah.
Just
The starter actually wasn't bad.
What did you
Actually,
like?
wasn't. We had like double nama tart. I'd never had double nama. It's basically like ground beef, like shredded beef. Sorry,
Okay.
but normally you get from the north, right?
Okay.
It's like how like suya and dankwa and all of that. You get it from the north, but you can have it just kind of like shredded, and that's fine. But when I had this with the tart, it had like your base, and then it had like bone marrow, like broth as a base. But then at the top, it wasn't just it wasn't like shredded beef, and that was supposed to be the double nama. Instead, and don't get me wrong, the presentation of that beautiful. It wasn't actually the ground beef that I was used to from, like, if you actually get authentic from the north. Instead, it felt more like, if you think about granules, whether sugar or coffee or salt, that are not ground like properly, so that it's not fine. That's really what it was like. It was like a tower type thing. So it was beautiful. Okay. But when they brought it, I was like, where's the double number here? I'm like, is it this? What looked like, very thick sand grains on top, and then the taste, like, it wasn't even there. So I'm like, fine dining and all, I guess it, but at least this tastes nice, because it's Nigeria to the world, right? You can tell how they have tweaked it and changed it a bit so that there's that world influence. It's more like world with a hint of Nigeria than necessarily Nigeria to the world, in my humble opinion. What do I know?
Did you try what's the other one that was in North London coming out?
Before it closed, yes I did.
Oh, it's closed now?
Yeah.
Oh no.
My friend lived right beside it.
Oh no.
I was like, babe.
Oh.
Ansia,
yeah.
I did try it before it closed down.
You tried it?
Oh, the malted ice cream. Oh my days. Oh.
Super malt ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love malt. I don't even normally like ice cream.
Jeez.
Kakwan, you're talking to.
That thing was sick.
How was that?
I mean, if you like sweet things like this, then yeah. It was just so much. It was intense. It was nice. Look, it was nice.
It was literally one scoop, because I need a charge per scoop. I was really irritated with that.
Really?
Yes.
How much? Is that what I had?
£5.50 per scoop.
I had.
But then you could have that with the rice pudding.
I had like a banana, like some sort of caramelized banana, super malt ice cream, something else. Yeah. Maybe they switched it. Maybe they changed it.
You could have it. So I had it just on its own, but you could also. My friend had it with like rice pudding, which was actually quite nice. I didn't think I ever liked rice pudding, and I don't. Just the concept of it is what I don't agree with.
That's sad. I didn't really like the food to a certain. I thought it was. I liked it in the sense that at least the menu I saw wasn't your typical for Nigerian plates where they did jollof rice, yes, but they tried to do other interesting combinations. So I liked it because of that. But what I had wasn't like, oh wow, I'll come back there because of
Do you
this.
feel like you could make better?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't cook Nigerian meals.
I don't cook Nigerian. I do, but not as So with everything I cook, right, like all those cookbooks, right, I do one a week. So although there's no Nigerian cookbook there, I have an actual list on my phone where there's a Nigerian weekend there. So I don't cook it as often.
People are collecting books on.
Or what? Leadership.
Like, no shame in that, man. Do it. This is your passion, and this is what make us the coins. So,